Hello, everyone. How are you today? I just feel like this week has flown by so fast. I cannot even believe we are on another live today. And this is your girl, Tosin T Angel of the T Angel Business School, where we bring you all of the tips, the strategies, all of the trainings, and so many information that will help you to build and grow your business. There's so many people that reached out to me last week about some of the information I shared, and it really touched me because I'm all out to help entrepreneurs, to help business owners that are kind of stuck on this entrepreneurial journey. And I see that a lot of people have the desire, they have the intention. However, they are stuck in one way or another due to some things that have actually hinder them from moving forward in their business. Hence why I've been able to come up with the topic of today, which is how to not give up on our entrepreneurial dream. There's so many people. I've met countless entrepreneurs. Some of them have already started and some of them are already in the middle of starting their business. And the thing that I see that is peculiar to a lot of entrepreneurs is the fact that they find there's always an excuse, there's always a reason, there's always something that stops them from achieving or going all in into that business, giving it all it takes, making sure it succeeds, making sure that they are able to overcome the hurdles and the challenges the business throws at them. And one thing, and I'm going to share some couple of information today that's going to really help us to not particularly change the course of things, but it will help you to overcome some of those challenges that we face in our everyday entrepreneurial journey. And if some of us are joining us for the very first time, like I said, my name is Tosin John of the T Angel Business School, where we help business owners and budding entrepreneurs to unleash their purpose, their passion, in order for them to be able to build and grow a profitable and a successful business on their terms. So whether you're just started or you're looking to grow and build your business, our aim and our mission at the T Angel Business School is to give you the tools, the strategies, the knowledge, and all of the resources that you will need that will help you to make sure that you are on the right track to achieve your aim in growing that business. We are here to support you. We are here to give you some information. Some of them, a lot of them are free trainings. But if you really want to take that bold step and launch out and do something great, then there are some paid courses and some paid masterminds that will really help you to drill down on some of the things that you will really need in order to launch forward. So without much further ado, tonight, what am I going to be talking to us about? How to not give up on your entrepreneurial dream. There are so many reasons why people give up. And some of them are peculiar to that person and some of them are a bit general. So I'm just going to highlight some of the things that I've seen that people experience that makes them to give up on their entrepreneurial dream. Some of it is because of lack of support. It could be because you expected some form of support from your family, your friends, and it's not forthcoming, and then you feel like you cannot do this on your own, and then you grind to a halt. Lack of funds and finance. Some people, they really want to do business, but there's just no money to be able to do it. Some people, it's because they've been failing in that business already. And therefore, they feel like, what's the point in putting my effort if everything I've done is not yielding any results? And then they give up even before the business starts to see the result that they desire. Some of it is because of lack of time. There are so many people that are still in their 9-to-5 jobs, and then they find it very difficult or hard to find the time or the space or the bandwidth to be able to add business to their regular job, and therefore they don't put the time in because they spend more time at work, and therefore they can no longer sustain that business because there's just no time or bandwidth to do it. Some people, it's just because of fear of what people will say. Oh, she's at it again, she's doing another business, or she did the last one, it didn't work, and then she's doing something else. So the fear of what people will say, what people will think, Even some people, the fear of, I don't want my colleagues at work to see that I also have a business. It could jeopardize my work and make me, I could be sacked. Thank you for joining. If you're joining, please put your name in the comment for me. Let me know where you're joining from. It's wonderful to have you today. So as I was saying, I'm mentioning some of the things that the reasons why some people give up on their entrepreneurial dreams is the fear of what people will say, fear of what people will think, and then they let this fear take over their life in such a way that they no longer put so much interest in that dream that they nursed from very early stage, and they are so fearful. Some people, it is self-doubt. How can I do this? I don't even think I'm bold enough. I've seen people, they come to me, they say, Tosin, I don't know how you do it. I cannot even put my face on the camera, not even to post a picture of myself. How much more, come live and talk to people. And they let all of those stories that they tell themselves about how they cannot show up to meet people or to talk to people about what they are doing. And they let that self-doubt, that imposter syndrome to keep them, below where they should be operating at. Let me know where you're joining me from, okay? I want to give you a shout out. Let me know where you're joining from, okay? And I've just mentioned some of these things that actually stop people from becoming who they are meant to be. Because if they let go of all of these stories, all of these things that are holding them back, you will find out that they can actually do much more than they are already giving themselves credit for. And therefore, this is going to lead us into some of the things that we need to do to be able to hold on to that dream. You were given that vision for a reason. You were given that dream for a reason. You were given this idea for a reason. It didn't just drop out of nowhere. And you need to keep the flame alive. Let me give you an instance. If you are given a seed to plant and you put that seed into the soil, you were excited. You already have this vision of how this seed is going to grow to become a plant, a tree that will yield so many fruits and so many beautiful things you already think about. So you see the bigger picture. And then all you need to do is plant this seed into the soil and begin to water it. Make sure it gets the right amount of sun. It gets the right amount of water. It's in the right environment for it to grow. But because of fear of, I don't want anyone to see this plant. I don't want anyone to see it growing. I don't want the sun to shine on it. It may kill it, Fear starts to come in. And instead of putting this plant in the place where it's going to thrive, you put this plant under something where the sun doesn't reach it. You give it too much water because you think, maybe it needs more water. The more water I can put in it, the more it's going to do. And then once you find out that one day you go to that plant or to that seed and you find out that it is dead. This is what happens to our dreams when we don't give it the right structure, when we don't give it the right strategy, when we don't give it the right resources, the right tools to be able to nurture and to grow our entrepreneurial dream to become something that we can give up our 9-to-5 for and begin to live in that business, and is growing and is flourishing and is making you the money that surpasses any income that you can actually earn. So number one, what you have to do, is go back to the basics. What is that dream? Go back to the basics. What is that dream? The thing I want you to understand is this: you must have clarity, or you have a bigger picture. I've just given you an illustration of a seed that you can already see the picture of it becoming a tree. You must dream big. You must have a big dream, a bigger dream of what you want to achieve, where you want to go, what you want to do. Because until you begin to paint a picture of what that business could do for you, you're going to continue to remain stuck. You're going to not want to give it all it takes to make sure that you get that dream fulfilled. So you must, first of all, dream big, Envision the dream, envision the project, envision what the business could entail, what it could do for you, how it could make sure that it gives you the life that you desire. Okay, so that's number one. Don't be afraid to dream big. Paint a picture of what you want the business to do for you and begin to, vision it unfold. Begin to see it in a bigger picture. Give it clarity. Make sure that you are loving the picture that you're painting of what that entrepreneurial dream is. Number two is that you also need to find out who is already living this dream life that you desire. Who is already making it big in that business, in that field, in that niche. Find about 5 to 10 people of business owners or entrepreneurs that are already doing something. I look at people in my niche that are already business coaches and they are making it big. I look at them, I follow them, I subscribe to their products, I buy their products, I see what they are doing. And therefore, even on the days that I don't feel like doing anything, I could receive an email from them and I read it, and then it builds, it spurs me on once again. I could just log on to my Instagram page and I see something they've posted, and it makes that dream alive for me. It reminds me that I also have a vision. I also have something that I want to achieve, that I'm looking forward to doing or looking forward to becoming. So for you, you've got to find out whatever you want to be, whatever the dream is, whatever the entrepreneurial vision is for you. Find out who is already living this dream. This is how you cannot give up. Because as long as they exist, as long as they are in that field, still launching, still doing stuff, it will help you to begin to motivate yourself. It will help you to begin to see that there is something out there for you to do. And number three is that you also need to find out what is the root cause of the things that are holding you back. Is it because you lack the funds or the finance to be able to carry out the vision or the project? Is it because you do not have the time for you to invest in to be able to do the project or the vision? Also, you need to find out, is it because you're afraid of what people will say, what they will think, or you don't even know the direction you want to go into? You need to find out, why am I holding back from going all in to fulfill this entrepreneurial dream? What's stopping me? What am I so afraid of? Is it because I feel I can't do it or I can't achieve it, or because I haven't trained myself enough in that field? Until you find the reason why you can't do something, it's going to continue to hold you back. So in order for you not to give up on that entrepreneurial dream, identify the root cause of what's been holding you back and find a way to start to deal with it. If overwhelmed, one thing I know is that some of us are overwhelmed with the amount of work it entails to actually start a business, to run a business, to grow a business. And the overwhelm is real. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner, and I run multiple businesses. So I know firsthand that sometimes it can get very overwhelming. But what you need to do, which is going to lead me to the number 4 thing, is that for you to know what is stopping you, if it is time that is stopping you from doing what you want to do, you've got to say, I've got to give this dream some time. I've got to nurture it. I've got to build it. I've got to create this. And therefore, I need to find the time to do this. How can I find time? How can I make sure that I'm putting in the effort, I'm putting in the strategy, I'm putting in the structure to help me to nurture this dream and to bring it alive? So now you know the problem, then you know how to address the problem. Because until you identify the problem, you're going to continue to struggle as to how to resolve it. So now, number 1 is that you need to go back to the basics. What is this dream? Paint a big picture, dream big, and find out what it entails. Number 2 is find the people, entrepreneurs that could be in your field or outside of your field that are already living this dream, How are they doing it? What are they doing? How are they addressing it? What are they launching? What are they doing? You know, the more you see people, the more it gives you hope and it keeps the dream alive. Number three is that you need to find the root cause of those things that are stopping you from moving forward or from living that dream. Which brings me to number four is that being overwhelmed is a choice. And I say this with love. Being overwhelmed is a choice. When you feel that you started to get overwhelmed, you can do one or two things. You can either take a break. There is nothing that says you can't take a break from all of the jargons you see online, all of the overwhelm, all of the bamboozlement you see online of people telling you they've made thousands in one day. They launched a course and then they are making millions already. At the end of the year, they'll say, I'm a multiple millionaire, multi-million dollar business. You can take a break from all of that overwhelm. You can continue to look at them and you continue to feel overwhelmed. But if you take a break, you take a step back enough in order for you to come back to yourself and say, what will work for me? What do I really want to do? This is the dream I want, and these are the steps. Create a pathway that will help you to that is peculiar to your own journey, that is peculiar to your own dream, that is peculiar to your own vision of what you want to create for yourself. And one thing I know is this: sometimes a lot of things that we see is called the shiny object syndrome. A lot of things that we see impacts on what we do or we do not do. And in order for you not to become so overwhelmed that you do nothing, you need to begin to carve out a path for yourself in this entrepreneurial journey. Find out who are the people that are really doing stuff. What are the things that it entails for me to get to my destination? Let me give you an instance. Say your dream is to become a photographer. You want to be taking pictures of weddings, or you want to be taking pictures of people or landscape or nature and all of that. That's your dream, and it is valid. You love it. You know, it gives you joy when you do that, but you don't know where to start because, okay, I buy a camera. What do I do next? Then you go and see what other photographers are already doing. How do they get their customers? What do they do? How do they portray their pictures? How do they show themselves? How do they get clients? So many videos on YouTube will tell you that. So many people will show you how they're doing it. And all you need to do in order not to get overwhelmed, which is our number 4 point, is that begin to create a list of all of the things that will get you to that destination. And once you know that you're already making your list, you're already itemizing all the things that you need to do, it makes it even easier to begin to follow those steps and not become overwhelmed with all of the other things that people are throwing your way. Because everybody has an idea. I'm telling you, people that have businesses, people that don't have businesses, people that know what they're doing, people that don't know what they're doing. Everyone has an opinion. And in order not to let those people that don't know what they're doing to influence you that has a dream, you've got to be ready to shut out the noise. And the only way you can shut the noise out of your dream is the fact that you need to state what it is you want to achieve. Make a list or itemize or identify the steps that will lead you there, and then begin to, take it one at a time. Don't do too many things. It says too many hands spoil the broth. Don't do too many things at a time. Itemize the things that you want to do. Begin to take the steps on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and then begin to review. You itemize what you want to do this week, what you're going to do for the month, what you're going to do for the year, and every quarter, look back. Am I going in the right direction? The steps I took in January, February, March, are they leading me to where I want to be by December? You have the vision, you've created the goals, you've created everything that you want for your business. You need to take a step back every few months and review. Am I on the right path? Who can I join with? Who can I look at? Who can I, come in contact with that will make me to see that I'm on the right path and I'm going where this dream is leading me. Which brings me to the final point, which is number 5, is that some of the reasons why we let go of our dreams is because we have surrounded ourselves with naysayers, with people that all they tell us, all they remind us of, are people that have failed in business. And therefore, if all you ever hear is that you can't do it, you are not good enough, you are not bold enough, you are not smart enough, you are not intelligent enough, the more those things are being said into your ears, the more you start to believe them, the more you start to leave them. And therefore, for you not to get stuck, or for you not to give up, or for you not to let go of that entrepreneurial dream, I want you to take yourself out of the midst of naysayers and surround yourselves with people that will motivate you, with people that will encourage you, with people that will challenge you. That when you say this is what I want to do, they run with the vision for you. They remind you that this is what you said you were going to do. This is who you said you were going to be. This is where you said you will be at a particular day. People that will spur you on to be a greater part of yourself, to be a greater version of yourself. You can also do this if you don't have those kind of people around you. You can network with people that you don't even know. You can follow, like I said, you follow people that are already making it in that line of business. Find people like them that maybe you can really associate with. They said you are a sum total of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. If all the people that you surround yourselves with are the people that are not going anywhere, it means you are going nowhere. But if you surround yourselves with people that are already launching, that are already doing great stuff, that they are onto something, they are really motivated, they are really inspired, and they go on, you will not want to be the one that feels like you are the bottom of the chain. And therefore, you will also want to make sure that you are giving yourself everything that you need to be able to make it. So I want you to understand this. There are so many things that can help you on your journey, unless you do not really want to put your time or effort into becoming who you want to be. You can listen to podcasts, you can read books, and if you don't have the time to read books, you can, subscribe to Amazon Audible, and you will get a lot of, books that will inspire you, being read to your ear. Maybe you're on the bus journey. You could listen to podcasts on your bus journey. You could listen to podcasts whilst you're driving. You have no excuse not to listen to books, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube of people that are already doing great stuff. And they will help to spur you on, give you inspiration, give you the motivation that you need to make sure that that dream does not die off. So I'm going to stop here today, and I want you to understand that whatever you become, whatever you do, whatever step you take, you are the only one that is stopping yourself from becoming who you want to be. Anybody that is doing great stuff out there, anyone that is doing, wonderful things out there, go look at their story, go read their bio. Everybody started from somewhere, and they all started from nothing. A lot of the entrepreneurs that we hear their name now, all the big names, when you hear their stories, I've heard the story of people like Tony Robbins. I've heard the stories of people like what's his name, Alan Sugar. A lot of them, they started from almost nothing. I would say nothing. Some of them were living in caravans. They had nothing to their name. Their parents, they were from poor backgrounds, but look at what they've made of themselves, because they did not give up on their dream, because they saw a bigger picture of where they can go, and they gave it all it takes. No one is saying it's going to be easy to become an entrepreneur, to run the business, or to do something, but every day you push forward, Every day you give it something. Every day you water that dream. You nurture that dream so that it does not die off. It is like a seed that is planted and is not nurtured, it will definitely die off. And until you put the flame alive, you keep the flame and the fire burning of your dream, you are not going to see how it's going to blossom, or how it's going to grow, or how it's going to become big. So my challenge for you today is that whatever dream you have, whatever vision, whatever project you're looking at or dreaming about, paint a bigger picture of it. Put it somewhere where it continues to remind you that you've got something great that you can achieve. Put the time to begin to invest in it. Put the effort to begin to invest in it, and you will begin to see results. And if you need help, you need accountability, you need someone to charge you on, to spur you on, to support you, this is where I come in. T Angel Business School. We've got a lot of courses on our website, Tosin, www.tosintangel.com. There are so many courses on there that you could watch for free that will really help you and motivate you. And if you want to actually sign up for one of my courses that will help you to keep you accountable, where we plan your goals together, where we spend time to make sure that you are working on a particular task, a particular project, I have a 12 weeks course that will help you to do just that. So that in the next 12 weeks from when you sign up, I will keep you accountable. I will make sure that you are doing what you say you need to do to make sure that that project, we see it to the very end. So until I come your way again next week, trust me, this week has flown past so fast. So until I come your way again next week, don't forget that you can be more, do more, and have more. Don't let anyone or anything tell you otherwise. Have a wonderful night and have a great weekend. Bye for now.